Let's talk about AJ Styles. Let's start with AJ, okay? So AJ Styles, it was reported by Fightful, Sean Rossap of all people, that AJ Styles, I'll just read his words here. TNA was interested in possibly inducting AJ Styles into the TNA Hall of Fame, but WWE, let's make it clear here, WWE passed on the idea, Fightful is told. Now this, I didn't really tweet about this or talk about it at all. I didn't quote it or anything like that because it never made sense to me. WWE have a working relationship with TNA, right? Rey Mysterio is in the Hall of Fame. He's still working. I didn't understand why Triple H would be like, no, sirree, no AJ Styles, no TNA. You cannot be inducted in the Hall of Fame. We're going to stop you from doing it. That didn't make sense, especially because WWE and TNA are in good relationships right now. Again, Rey Mysterio is in the Hall of Fame, so nothing wrong with having active roster members in the Hall of Fames. It didn't make any sense for me, so I didn't bother with it. And of course, the IWC, the folks that hate WWE went crazy. Oh, look at this. It's definitely Triple H's idea. This had Triple H written all over it. Triple H did not want WWE stars to be in the Hall of Fame of other promotions. This is awful. It didn't make any sense whatsoever, right? Not to me, at least. And of course, AJ Styles, he was on Twitter. He saw the masses going crazy. His tweet was straight up calling out Triple H. So AJ Styles like, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm gonna come out and pretty much squash this nonsense. He says, I'm still an active wrestler. I hope. We all hope. Let's not like think about that last time he was in the ring would be freaking against Carmelo Hayes, that injury. Let's hope that he's back in the ring with haste. Okay, we want to see him in the ring soon. Okay, let's hope that he's not out for that long. But I made the decision not to go to TNA Hall of Fame, not WWE. I appreciate TNA, but I don't want to go into Hall of Fame as long as I'm an active wrestler, basically. It's his choice. So he's told TNA, or maybe he told WWE, and WWE told TNA, whatever. Ultimately, he says, I'm an active wrestler. I don't feel right to go into Hall of Fame while I'm still wrestling. I'm working, I'm a wrestler, I'm still in it. I'm still in the game. I'm not a Hall of Fame act right now. I respect that. That makes sense to me. Of course, it would be AJ Styles' decision, not Triple H. Hey, AJ, they wanted to put you in the Hall of Fame, but I told them no. Like, what? It didn't make any sense. Anyway, they jumped on that story, ran with it, and it was debunked very quickly. Yeah, so that's what that was, okay? AJ Styles made the decision not to bad WWE. I know so many people want the WWE to be this bad, evil company now. Vince is gone. That never made any sense whatsoever, folks, all right? Not a single sense was made in that report that the WWE told him no. You can't put him in the Hall of Fame. That didn't make any sense. Oh, you can't have access to the talent? Like, first of all, they can do what they want to do in terms of their Hall of Fame, right? They can induct who they want. WWE doesn't have a say. I guess the idea was we want to have him physically there, and they said no. It didn't make any sense, okay? I'm glad that was freaking put to rest. All right, so that was AJ Styles' report, or not report, misinformation. Not intentional, but it was wrong. All right, let's talk about what's next. Oh yeah, this whole mumbo jumbo about the freaking indie program they're doing here, this whole indie wrestling development. So you didn't know, we have this story from WWE talking about their plan to launch a developmental program that supports the indie wrestling scene. They're going to call it WWE ID, all right? It's an effort to identify talent in the indies, bring them into the fold in different ways. They're going to be affiliated with schools like, for example, Booker T's wrestling school, Cody Rhodes' Nightmare Factory, Seth Rollins' school, right? And these affiliates will be given the talent a pipeline or pathway to WWE. So this is good for WWE, of course. They get their eyes on more talent, the creme de la creme, the top talent in these schools, in these, some of them are like, they put on their own shows, right? Some of these schools, they'll be able to look at the talent early on. And this is, of course, good for the affiliates, because now when you're a WWE affiliate, the talent will say, hey, I want to go there. I have a dream of wrestling for WWE. So if I go to that affiliate, I got a better chance of being seen. I get a better chance of getting to NXT, so on and so forth, right? So it's good for the affiliates. The question is it good for the entire, wrestling scene? Are they trying to ruin the American indie scene, right? That's what they're saying. We got the reality of wrestling, Cody Rhodes, got Seth Rollins. I think one of these is Rikishi's thing. So basically, if you're a WWE wrestler or a WWE former act, you have a school, you're basically affiliate. I wonder if this is going to apply to Meiko Sanomura in Japan. You know, she has her promotion, Sendai Girls over there, or Shinjo, however you want to say it, right? Would that be a part of this? I don't know. But this is great for these particular affiliates and whoever gets affiliated with them. What I'm seeing online is it bad for the rest of the scene? So let's look at some of the reaction to this. Let me see if I can pull this up. So here was Capital Championship Combat, C4. They had this to say. The point of independent wrestling is for talent to discover themselves and develop themselves to grow to learn. If you claim to be independent but are bound to $1 billion company, you're not independent. If you're a young trainee, there's no fast track to the big leagues. I know when you're 19, 20, 21, etc., it may feel like it's a now or never type situation, but don't rush it. Pride yourself on growing and traveling. This sounds to me like you're saying these people need to romanticize being broke and working. Like, see, you hear all these damn stories about how people are like trying to make it in wrestling. They're like wrestling in front of 10 people, living out of their car. This is not a great way to live, okay? These people don't want to live like that. They're sacrificing for the dream. This idea like, oh yes, you should want to be in the struggle. You should want to be out there scrapping in a show. No, these people want to make their dreams a reality. They want to get a chance to make it to the WWE. They're going to go to the affiliate, and there's nothing wrong with that. Too many times we romanticize the struggle and being poor and working out of your car, and like, I don't like that, okay? If there's an opportunity to make my dream a reality, there should be more of that out there. I don't have a problem with Booker T's school or Cody Rhodes' school being like affiliated with WWE, and then talent saying, you know what, I'm gonna go there because I'm gonna have a chance to make it. That's not a problem. That's good for the talent. And now let me be clear. If you're a school or any promotion or whatever that's not affiliated with WWE, I get it, okay? You're gonna like, hey, they're gonna go to there. Of course, that's like with anything. That's like college football. If you have a college football program that's known for having players go to NFL, guess what? They're gonna go to LSU. They're gonna go to Michigan. They're gonna go to Ohio State. They're not gonna go to Jackson State or Middle Tennessee or freaking Navy, okay? They're gonna go to the big boys. And in this case, now the affiliates are gonna be the big boys. I don't see it as a problem, definitely not for WWE, right? But this notion that you gotta struggle and like, let's see, I promise any young kid out there that shows potential, that spends 5 to 10 years making a name for themselves, that's a long damn time, bro. Developing and becoming confident in their own skin by traveling, working, a variety of talent is going to make you much more valuable than what school you pick. Again, sometimes I feel like we're just romanticizing the struggle. Like, I'm going to tell Braun Breaker, let me see this, but nobody I've seen gain success in wrestling did it by following a predetermined path or taking an easy route. So the folks like Braun Breaker, Bianca Belair, Tiffany Stratton, the folks that went to the PC and got a direct line to WWE who are not successful, is bad for their development. That sounds ridiculous. That's a predetermined path. Get to WWE, work level up, work the NXT, get to main roster. That's a predetermined path, right? Is that bad? Did Braun Breaker take a bad route? Did Tiffany Stratton take a bad route? Doesn't make sense. Now, there's a bias here. If you're like one of these independent entities that's separate from WWE, you don't want to be affiliated with them, then there's a bias there. Of course, you're going to say, hey, don't go there. You should struggle and fight the good fight and, work 5-10 years on the indies path in my school. There's bias here, okay? So you can't really take this. I understand his concern to a certain extent, but I don't agree with what he's saying here. I get the idea that, yes, this is going to be a problem for me or for the other companies or other promotions or schools, because the talent are going to want to go to the affiliated stuff. I get that, but this whole romanticizing the struggle, I don't like it.
Keep up